Alright, before I talk about this movie, I gotta show this off. I got it in steel case. Scarface is just that popular of a movie for me. Anyway, Scarface came out in 1983, and it stars Al Pacino as Tony Montana, who is a Cuban immigrant that came to the United States, basically Miami, Florida, to bask in the freedom of America and also become a really rich man. And once when him and his best friend get past the annoyance that is immigration and get a crappy job, they think to themselves, this is stupid, let's go sell some cocaine. And thus the movie ensues. Now, Al Pacino in this movie, you just cannot picture this movie without Al Pacino's performance. The whole movie evolves around Tony Montana. And if Al Pacino would have failed in his acting in this movie, then this movie would have failed entirely. But it does not. The one thing that we always picture Al Pacino as is either a lead mobster, aka the Godfather in the City of New York in the Godfather movies, or he's a cocaine-dealing gangster in the city of Miami in the movie Scarface. That's really Al Pacino all the time. If he's not doing either of those things, is he even Al Pacino? Also, what I found out, and this is just a little while ago, is that Michelle Pfeiffer plays his love interest in this movie, and as soon as I found that out, I was thinking, no, that can't be her. It's been 40 years. How does she still look like that? I mean, 40 years from Scarface to now, and she's still looking good. Yeah, that's a win-win right there. Yeah, I said she's good looking. I have an unlimited amount of interest. What can I say? Anyway, I can't really remember many of the actors from this movie per se, but I'll give you the little details of their characters. You got Tony Montana, who is the leader of the group. He's the kingpin. He's the cocaine dealer. You got his drugged out, who gives a shit girlfriend or love interest. You got his really, really hot sister, and also you got his womanizing best friend. There you go. You got most of the characters from the movie Scarface. Now, the first time I ever watched the movie of Scarface, I thought to myself, it's okay. I wouldn't say it was my favorite movie, per se. But then after a while, I thought about it and I thought, I'm going to watch it again because I remember enjoying some scenes from the movie. And then I watched it again, and then finally I went to Best Buy. I found the steel case, and what can I say? I absolutely enjoy this movie. And the one thing this movie does so well is that it doesn't have that many bright moments in this movie. Let me explain. He's in the drug dealing business. He's living in a really fancy house. He's got a really hot wife and loyalty from his friends and everything. But you don't really see a highlight out of all of this. I mean, you see some shooting on the side right here. You got him acting like a douchebag to not only his wife, but also his friends as well. And just really the downfall of what happens when you start this business and start in the drug dealing business. Okay, let me explain this as a storytelling. I remember from the TV show Friends where Joey gets to play Al Pacino's butt in a shower and everything. And when they're filming it, I'm thinking to myself, hopefully the scene works out a whole lot better than the shower scene that happens in this movie. And for people that are a fan of the movie Psycho, they would ask, is it as bad as the movie Psycho? Every fan of this movie would say, anyway, despite the fact that they see the downfall of one man when he is finally in this business, he is at the top. The shootout scenes are really good in this movie. I mean, granted, I could feel my heart racing the first time I ever watched some shootouts in this movie, and one in particular makes me come up with a movie theory, but I'm not going to explain that because that deals with major spoilers in this movie. But one thing I gotta say is, I would definitely recommend Scarface. That's what I can say. I mean, this movie has the action, it has the excitement, it has basically everything you want to see out of an Al Pacino movie. The one thing I can really say is a downfall in this movie is that I forgot halfway through that they were Cuban immigrants. I mean, if it's really that forgettable, then then why were they immigrants in the first place? I mean, it could have started any other way in this movie. But anyway, politics and Cuba and America relationships aside, this movie is definitely rememberable. It's rememberable. It's watchable. It is definitely legendary. So guys, Scarface, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.